let's talk about Twitter. Elon Musk's $44 billion acquisition of Twitter has continued to cause heated debate on content moderation for social media platform, with Hollywood celebrities vowing to leave Twitter and big advertisers pausing their spending. Do you think Elon Musk is able to keep his promise of being a free speech absolutist? Let's take a video, and I want to hear your opinion.
After revolutionizing the space race and electric cars, the world's richest man is now promising a Twitter makeover, renaming his own account Chief Twit and proclaiming the bird is freed. Elon Musk carried a kitchen sink into Twitter HQ this week, tweeting, "Let that sink in," then fired senior execs once closing the $44 billion deal. For years, Twitter has battled hate speech and disinformation. Today, a raging debate over what Twitter is now and will soon become.
This is a company that's been held hostage by its woke employees, held hostage by its woke users.
I don't think this is about politics. I think this is about safety. I really do. I think people like Ayatollah Khamenei shouldn't be on when they threaten Jews because people end up getting hurt.
Musk calls himself a free speech absolutist, arguing for fewer restrictions and lifting the ban on former President Trump, accused of encouraging violent acts.
So, Mr. Bannon, what do you think that Twitter's new content moderation policy will look like? Will they continue to censor people like Mr. Mao Guo, who is the founder and leader of the Chinese whistleblower movement, and the truth that we've been revealing about the CCP as a hate speech or disinformation?
Yeah, leave Trump off and Bannon and Alex Jones, all the stuff they're talking about, all smokescreen. Let's just get back to the key point. Miles Guo, to me, is the test case. Because the ADL, nobody's complaining about Miles Guo or all the elections. Miles has nothing to do with domestic politics. He's going after the CCP. I think Miles is the first guy ever banned or got a lifetime ban. Back in 2000, I think it was in 16 or 17. So before I even met him, he was banned from Twitter. Why? Because he was exposing the Chinese Communist Party, particularly the senior cadre. To me, the test is very simple, and this shows if Elon Musk is phony or not, because all his money comes from the CCP in the Shanghai joint venture. Put Miles Guo up today on Twitter, and let's see if you're really a free speech absolutist. It's totally phony. He didn't want to end up buying this. He got forced into buying it because he had written a contract that forced him to buy it. The thing's not worth $5 billion, much less $44 billion. Every day, the reason he's cutting half the staff and he's so freaked out about the advertisers is every day he has negative cash flow. As he have enormous negative cash flow, he's got to have margin calls. He's got to sell more Tesla stock. Tesla's off $600 billion since he started this fiasco. So no, it's a disaster. They have no intention of really doing free speech. And I say, don't worry about Donald Trump. Don't worry about Steve Bannon. Don't worry about Alex Jones or any of the guys associated with the populist nationalist movement in America. Put Miles Guo on there right now. Let's see what your Chinese paymasters, because he can't do it. They're all, people have to understand, Elon Musk is all smoke and mirrors. Okay? Not one of his businesses have any free cash flow, no free cash flow. They're all dependent upon government contracts and government handouts or government tax breaks. He's up to the joint venture in Shanghai with the Tesla plant is 100% of the cash he's got, and that's because he can borrow against the Tesla stock or sell it. The Chinese Communist Party totally control him, and here's the reason I know it. Look what he said on Taiwan. He basically gave Taiwan away to the CCP. Total and complete phony from head to toe. And so don't worry about Trump getting on. Don't worry about Alex Jones getting on. Don't worry about Steve Bannon getting on, who doesn't want to get on and won't go back. Because I think Getter is the platform for the future. Elon Musk puts Miles Guo back up and lets Miles Guo do what Miles Guo does, speak truth to power about the corruption of the CCP and the enslavement of Lao Beijing. He does that, then I'll start to become a believer. Until he does that, it's all a bunch of BS and a bunch of lies.
Absolutely, and from the standpoint of the Chinese Lao Baixing, Mr. Miles Guo is followed by at least 500 million Chinese Lao Baixing, and we have no faith in the new Twitter and its integrity unless they reinstate Mr. Miles Guo's account.
Here's how I'll be a believer in Elon Musk. When Elon Musk walks away from the deal in Shanghai, which essentially he's taking the lifeblood of Lao Beijing, that's not